Hello and welcome back to Light Productions. Here we are with the Jenny, and it looks a little bit different. That's because I decided to take it back to its original form, black and on its base. As for the crank and flywheel, well, the flywheel's black because who knew fire is not the solution to get the thing off. Long story. But it used to be yellow, the crank and the flywheel, so you could see the crank is still yellow. I don't know if I'm going to keep it yellow because yellow is a yucky color, but we'll just have to wait and see. I also made some new plugs, a washout plug in quotations, and a new front plug, which looks quite smart, I must say. However, I think it's time that we light up this fine engine. This engine doesn't have a water gauge, so we take out the front plug. That's kind of the water level indicator. You fill up to that plug, and then the water will expand just to a little bit to, I believe, 3/4 of a boiler, and that will last for very long, surprisingly long. Once we are certain that the boiler has water, we can shift our focus to fuel and then light the fire. Remember, on a steam engine, water is priority. Once the engine starts warming up properly, you can shift your attention to adding some oil, which is, well, a lubricant, for those who don't know. If you don't know oil is used to lubricant, you should probably stay away from this stuff. Parts that you would lubricate is the port face, the piston, the big end, and, well, the axle. Once there's some pressure, just flick the flywheel and off she goes. And this engine runs beautifully. I've had this engine for 12 or 13 years and it never fails to hit me in the right spot. There's just something about this engine. There's also a certain smell. The combination of oil, steam and methylated spirits just takes me back to the first night where I ran this engine. You would have realized by now, this engine is not big at all. It is honestly very tiny and it's very cute indeed. Compared to everything else in my fleet, it is very baby. Here's the D415 for example. It is so much bigger than this thing. But for now we're stopping the engine so we can brew up some steam to really get it at its highest pressure. Here you can see me adjusting the spring on the trunnion pin because the cylinder was actually acting as a safety valve itself, so I had to warp it a tiny bit. And off she goes. Certainly one of my best performing engines. Ironically, my most abused engine too. Abusing of like lack of oil, lack of water, pulled GMAM on that thing. Whoops. But I have learned, so don't tune me in the comments, eh? But it is certainly a charming little piece of machinery, this. The only reason why this thing rattles is because the base is cockeye, because when I do this, it all you hear is the chopping. I need to make rubber feet for this thing. The engine's been running for about 10 minutes, so I decided to check the water level, and by testing the front plug, don't do that, I can determine that the water is still very safe. It's still above half a boiler, which is quite impressive, honestly. If you like this video, please do consider subscribing. I post quite a few videos like these, where I just kind of run engines and kind of tinker with them. Next time I'm going to try and repaint this engine entirely, make it spiffy, you know. But for now folks, stay tuned.